Welcome to Busworld Europe 2023. Welcome to the HÜBNER Group. Right at the beginning, we want to point out one of our highlights for this year's exhibition. Chassis systems operating without compressed air are the future of electromobility. The business unit Chassis Technology of the HÜBNER Group shows how this works out. We have developed a hydropneumatic spring and damping system which provides a high degree of driving comfort and vehicle stability, even on uneven road surfaces. The forces introduced to the system are transmitted by oil working against a nitrogen spring with virtually no energy loss. After kneeling at a bus stop for easy passenger exit or entry, the hydropneumatic system levels the bus back into the driving level. The energy efficiency of the system is significantly higher compared to air spring systems. More than 2/3 of the energy typically used for the bus's lowering and lifting operation can be saved. Our environmental friendly system conserves the battery capacity for hybrid and electric buses and gives the vehicle a longer running time. With our hydropneumatic spring and damping system, e-buses have a noticeably longer range, which is crucial for economical and efficient operation, and especially in public transport. And there are many other advantages, such as smaller installation space, less weight, significantly reduced maintenance and lower cost, respectively lower total cost of ownership. Last but not least, we offer a system that is hard to beat when it comes to sustainability. So, visit our booth 755 in Hall 7 and get an impression of our innovative technology. You are cordially invited. All information and details about our presence at the Busworld Europe are also available online on www.hübner-group.com/Busworld Europe-2023. We are looking forward to your visit here at Busworld Europe.